Sam came, brought it, and even did so with a better physique than expected. He's going to be going to the Arnold Classic in
2 weeks from now. See how I fare at the Arnold Amateur.
Is he in fact going to turn IFBB Pro? It's a very daunting task. Coach Greg, in today's video, Sam's competing. We're going to be going over him competing for the overall, how he stacks up against the other competitors. Did he deserve the victory? Was it a close call? What are his strengths and weaknesses? He's going to be going to the Arnold Classic in 2 weeks.
So 2 weeks from now that I'm qualifying for the Arnolds, that's the plan. See how I fare at the Arnold Amateur.
And so I'm going to be predicting, is he in fact going to turn IFBB Pro? What does he need to do? Let's get right into it.
All the carbs and sweets that I got to eat yesterday have all flowed into the correct places, so I still feel like I got an empty stomach, but I've kind of bumped up the weight a little bit, so I'd say I'm now officially carbed up. Now there's a few more steps first before we actually get to real competition.
Sam weighed in at 216 pounds. He then ate and drank a lot of food, trust me on this, and he's weighing in today at 224 pounds. He absolutely has filled out. Sometimes people, they carry this a little bit too far, and it can in fact blur some of the lines. And those of you who have watched his posing routine already, many of you noticed that the quads didn't have the kind of details that he did the day before. And the reason for that is, well, at 216 pounds, completely dehydrated without any water or carbs, he was able to see the feathering of the quads that much more. And so he may in fact have overcarbed just slightly, as in gaining those 8 pounds, he added size and fullness, but sacrificed some of the conditioning of his lower half.
Like some of these guys only get like 2 hours of sleep, but I was out from 8 till 5, so feeling well rested there.
And so Sam managed to get 9 straight hours of sleep. That is remarkable, but I don't think he should have done that. When you leave carbing up to the last minute, remember he had to weigh in at 2 p.m. He was carb depleted. And so by sleeping 9 straight hours, what he did was he missed one additional meal that could have allowed him to get a little bit fuller. But I'm certain that what he did was carb even harder than last time, drinking plenty of fluids right before he went to bed, and woke up with all the food absorbed and going to the right places. When I coach people, I do suggest that at some point you're probably going to get up and go to the bathroom. And if you're feeling flat, feeling like you could eat a little bit more, then add in a few rice cakes, chocolate bar, and so on in order to fill up and carb up to your maximum. As you can see, Sam is shredded and he weighed in at the weight class limit. Obviously, he can't put on any more muscle. When you're this lean and you're at the top of your weight cap, you can't do anything to improve. It's come to no surprise to anyone that he in fact won his weight class. And so he goes through the posing against the other 3 competitors within his weight class. Sam, he really stands out. He's a shoo-in to win. He knows it, the crowd knows it, the judges knows it, you all know it.
I've gone from 0 stage experience to some stage experience. So for finals, I'm feeling extra comfortable about walking out there, strutting and whatever else.
And so Sam, his confidence is building even higher. Before he had no experience on stage. He's now been on stage. He's now comfortable with it. And he's going to make some small adjustments to improve his posing, carb up a little bit more, and present his best at the night show, as he knows he's going to be in it for the overall.
I can get all the 8K posing clips and everything, but for now, let's just have to make do with the phone clips of the actual posing routines.
The phone clips, in comparison to the 4K, 8K, and so on, they simply don't do Sam justice. I watched many videos, people being very critical, people sending me messages in private. Hey, he looked off. His legs weren't lean. They weren't separated. He needs more conditioning. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? He was absolutely peeled inside out. The problem is the cameras taking this footage are from 100 feet back. Trust me, the judges did not see it like that. And so if you were one of the judges standing and judging Sam Sulek, you would have seen fibers twitching, moving, veins, vascular, the size, the fullness, everything. And so trust me, Sam looked impeccable. As expected, he wins his weight class. But up next, the moment you've all been waiting for, the overall. This is where the best of the best battle it out to find out Who is the overall victor? Remember, up until this point, they're separated by height. And so you win your height class. That doesn't mean you're the best. The true athletes, the real competitors, they're in it to win the overall. The 3 competitors here, they're very good. All are conditioned, all are shredded, all brought their A game to this competition. Standing relaxed, you can see. It's anyone's battle at this point. You cannot decide who's going to win it. The guy in the center has a smaller waist, he has excellent quads and wide shoulders. The man to his left has the most size, and he is in fact very detailed, but he has a wider waist. And Sam to the right, he's looking a little smaller, but it's because he's being out-angled. The further you are from the camera to the right, it's making him look smaller. And so from this angle, you might think, oh, he doesn't have enough size. But remember, these are camera angles. As they do the quarter turn to the right, you can see Sam is the most conditioned. Look at the detail in the obliques. As he twists to the side, you can see he's more striated, he's toned, but he doesn't have the smallest waist. The guy in the center has a smaller waist, and the man to his left may in fact be a little bit bigger. And from the rear, at left, we have striated glutes. Bro is peeled. In the center, he's lacking in glute striations, and you can clearly see he's missing the size in the legs and the detail. Sam, on the other hand, amazing striations, the hamstrings, the side of the leg. He's dialed in. And front double bicep. Sam has excellent biceps, a great vacuum pose, and he does have very lean legs, but he's not posing it effectively. Sam definitely could work on this pose to allow himself to properly display his quads so that he could really stand out. The man in the center, I feel he's posing better. His legs show more detail, but he doesn't have Sam's size. And so immediately I'm thinking, although the guy in the center perhaps has the best shape, he doesn't have the size, and so I'm eliminating him. And to the left, lots of size, definition, fullness, but he doesn't have the minuscule waist. Side chest. On the left, you see striated glutes, quads, hamstrings, excellent side chest pose, the pecs, the biceps, the delts. In the center, as I said, not enough size, and Sam, he looks fantastic here. He's got the crazy looking chest, the shoulders, and the arms combined with amazing separation in the lower half. The legs, as well as the calves, even the glutes, they do appear to be striated. Back double bicep, Sam has excellent conditioning. The back of the leg, it's so dry, definitely sub 5% body fat. And the back, very detailed, doesn't have the small waist, but in my opinion, he's still winning this pose. And thigh and abdominal. Now, this is where I feel Sam could stand out more. He's doing the vacuum pose, but he isn't displaying his quads to his best of his ability. He's hard as nails, granite hard, but when you look at his upper legs, they do appear to be soft. The bottom teardrop, perhaps the first 3-4 inches above the knee, it looks very lean. But after that, it seems to fade out. He needs to work on his posing so that the entirety of his quads appear to be leaner than last time. And great final classic physique pose from Sam Sulek with that twisting rear double bicep pose. You see the conditioning of the back, the mass, as well as conditioning of the legs. And so very good pose. I see him have won this competition. But let's see what the judges think. What happens at this point is, having seen them go through the poses, the judges now always put the best competitors in the center. What was the announcement? They put the largest man in the center. Notice, Sam is still to the side. In Sam's mind, he must be thinking, is this guy going to take it? I know that if I'm on stage, I'm hoping that my name is going to be called to go to the middle. Whoever's in the middle most likely is going to win. And so at this point, you got to be thinking, it's possible that Sam doesn't win it. And so they go through all of the poses again, getting the judges to see them from different angles to make sure that they have their favorite in the center. Upon seeing them go through all their poses again, the last comparison, Sam Sulek, get to the center. And so in Sam's mind at this point, I've got it. This cements it. Whoever is there in the center at the end, most likely going to win it. And so although the man was taller, bigger, had more muscle, Sam has a better shape. If the taller man had perhaps 3-inch smaller waist, I'm saying he would have won it. But Sam, on this day, he's simply better. And so let's compare Sam's physiques to some of your favorite YouTubers who have been competing. The Trend Twins. Trend Twins were not even close to this condition. Sam Sulek would beat the Trend Twins by a mile. What about the Latman. The Latman, more conditioned than the Trend Twins, but Sam is still coming out on top. The only man I can think of that's at this level is none other than Larry Wheels. And so what I would love to have seen is a battle between Sam Sulek and Larry Wheels. And in that case, who would in fact come out on top? I'm telling you, it would be very close. Larry Wheels most certainly would beat Sam Sulek in the rear double bicep pose. Larry's back is amazing. It's much more developed than Sam Sulek. However, Larry Wheels has one leg not as developed as the other. Sam Sulek, despite the fact he can't pose his legs quite effectively, I do believe he has better quads than Larry Wheels. Larry has a smaller waist, wider shoulders, and is taller, carrying more mass. It would in fact be very close. And so until we see them side by side, pose for pose, hard to predict who would actually win.
So really, I'm just concerned, all right, I got to get as lean as I can get, dry as I can get. And today I definitely did that. This is my first time reaching anywhere near stage ready.
My personal opinion is Sam Sulek over-delivered and under-promised. Many other YouTubers, they competed and perhaps people were underwhelmed. But in this case, especially considering the pressure, the millions of fans who are expecting to win, I do believe Sam came, brought it, and even did so with a better physique than expected.
So this competition season does not yet come to an end. It's going to be over at the end of the month, right, with the Arnold. Those open guys were huge. So if I had to go up against them, this would be a very different conversation.
And so Sam says, look, I've got 2 more weeks to bring it at the Arnold Classic, go for my IFBB Pro card. I don't want to switch into open. There were guys that were competing that were perhaps 50 pounds bigger than me. I don't want to have to put on that much size. Imagine the PDs, the training, the years of dedication is going to take to put on that kind of size.
I'm comfortable in classic right where I'm at.
Don't y'all think it's healthier if he stays in classic physique? I mean, after all, if he does in fact turn pro, he can put 10 pounds more muscle, but if he competes as a super heavyweight bodybuilder and puts on only 10 pounds of muscle, he'll be one of the smallest guys. And so I hope he can turn pro and remain in classic physique. Because to play the size game as an open class IFBB Pro, it's a very daunting task.
The grind doesn't stop, right? Back to cardio, back to the deficit. But that's going to start later. Not going to have to worry about that today.
And so I certainly hope he wouldn't have to worry about it today. He literally just finished competing. Imagine if he was out going doing cardio. What I do caution him is don't follow in the footsteps of Larry Wheels. Don't overdo it. It's very easy to start eating, drinking water, and so on. Before you know it, you're up 20, 30, 40, or even 50 pounds like Larry Wheels. Considering he's competing in 2 weeks, I would say eat whatever you know tonight. Don't go too crazy. Don't drink too much water. Take your time. And the next day, slowly go back to normal. Do some light cardio, some light training. He's likely going to be very sore from having posed in the morning and at night. And so the posing is in fact a workout. He's likely going to have sore abdominals. His biceps are going to be sore. There's a lot of flexing going on. And so the next day, if you do go to the gym, just have a very light workout, a deload, if you will. Do some light cardio, go back to regular eating. You don't need to continue the cheat. He would have carbed up. He's consumed plenty of calories. His glycogen stores are full, and so he can then begin the dieting phase later on.
And can I get 4 double cheeseburgers with lettuce,
4 double
ketchup, mustard, and onions?
Yep.
And then can I get a large Diet Coke?
4 double cheeseburgers and a Diet Coke.
And going into the Arnold, got some things to improve, of course. Generalized posing, front relaxed, side everything. I'm gonna make sure I come in a little bit leaner.
Honestly, he doesn't really need to get a little bit leaner. The same lean would suffice, but he needs to improve his posing. He's saying work on the front relaxed pose and so on. That is true, but the real work needs to be done with properly displaying your legs. Sam has now 2 weeks left to purchase Turk Max as well as Geo2 Max to come in at his best. It's probably sold out anyway, and so I doubt he'll be able to get it. But remember, Sam, I can bring some with me to the Arnolds I'm going to be attending. I'm at the Arnold Classic. And so hopefully I see you all there. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of the 2 bloops. And you know it, we've got the cookbooks, the Circle Diet book, the training books, coaching plans by me and my team. All kinds of stuff going on. The Seco protein bars. We got GLP Max. We got so many amazing supplements here at Harder Than Last Time. You got to go and check out the website. And don't forget, while you're there, code Greg for 15% off. And until next time, I am out.